Told myself I was going to stop buying books for my X-Men run. My wife practically twisted my arm. I think she knew that I was down one day and decided to take me to the comic book shop to try to cheer me up. It worked. I'm being exotic, she's robotic, so we can make billions from building a hobby. What's up? What a weekend. Just got finished with my work week. I'm off of a 12-hour shift. I need to do some experimenting to make sure that this camera isn't doing a little weird thing again. We'll see if I fixed it. I got some stuff in the mail. And I went shopping, and my wife got me some stuff on Free Comic Book Day. So I figured we'd make a quick video while I vent about how rough of a weekend it's been so far. Before we get to all that stuff, I've actually got some books I need to bag and board, and that's what I'm going to vent. So my wife went to Free Comic Book Day today. I was at work. I couldn't make it myself. I didn't fix it. What is causing that? It's fine. Let's change this. All right. Setting has been changed. We're going to try this. All right, I wonder if at the end of this video I would have figured it out. For those of you that have been keeping up with the channel, I have opened myself up to making content about one of my other passions, which is music. It's been interesting, to say the least. I've always felt like beefs and verses and who was the better was always a conversation that was weighed on with bias. And I felt like there needed to be a standardized way to be able to measure an artist's verse. So I came up with a model for it, and I put it to the test. I would say it was pretty successful. The response that I got, most people seemed to be very pleased with the objectiveness in a way to measure it. Of course, there was some outliers and some other feedback that I got. I've been on the fence as to whether or not I wanted to do videos for the most two recent entries into the Rap Battle Beef clinic that is being put on by Kendrick Lamar and Drake. So let's talk a little bit about what's going on with those guys. Last night, Drake released a song that was a response to Kendrick's Euphoria, and Kendrick responded right back with another song called Meet the Grams. Last night was very taxing for me because these songs were very, very distasteful, and I felt like they were low blows. And it got away from what I wanted to see personally, which was not like the slander of an artist or the decomposition of a human being. I wanted to see who was the better rapper. And to Drake's point, Drake put on some feats that I hadn't seen Drake do in one space, right? He had bars, he had substance, he had punchlines, he used wordplay, he switched his flow multiple times. I'm looking forward to grading that verse because it was actually really good. I won't go without saying this. Drake took some really low blows and got really personal. For the life of me, I cannot understand why Drake would want to get personal in a beef after what happened with Pusha T. But here we are. So Drake gets personal and Dot responds back and ups the ante with an even more personal, more deep cut song that is essentially addressing Drake's parents, his kids. But I just felt like we got away from the whole who's the better rapper thing. And I get it. Battle rap has always existed with some level of tastelessness, I guess. But this was just too much for me. I just felt like this went a little too far away from what I cared about, was people's rapping abilities. Who's the better rapper? Who's the GOAT, right? I felt like Drake was doing a really good job by showing those things that he missed the mark on in the first evaluation that I did for him. Kendrick didn't, though. Kendrick did something that was a little less on the execution side, and it was just really sinister. I don't blame Dot. I get it. It didn't make me any more of a Dot fan, I'll tell you that. It showed me a really dark side of this kid, or this man, that I felt like this is why I don't really follow him. Drake did some nasty shit too, and I don't excuse that, but this ain't new to me, right? That Drake is kind of on some I do what I want type shit. Either way, that happened last night, and it was fucking a rough night. It was exhausting. There were all sorts of news outlets reporting on it, and then there were all these allegations of pedophilia and domestic violence, and it was a lot. And we're just really far away from hip-hop I knew and cared about, right? And then I'm at work today recovering from all of this. And wouldn't you know it, Dot drops again. And man, the criticisms that I had for Kendrick in execution and technicality, the technical aspect of rap, wordplay, harder punchlines, switching your flow up, different cadences, things like that. And man, did he deliver. So much so that I very much so felt like, hey, this battle is over. This is a moot point. Dot has solidified that he's a better rapper than Drake. And it was shown on the most recent song, which was Not Like Us, which will very likely be the West Coast anthem for the entire summer of 2024. What I will say is that I am looking forward to doing some verse breakdowns because I love to see how they score. A couple people are asking for them, but I'm probably not going to be doing a lot of hip hop content unless I'm specifically asked to do it, because it's exhausting, because I'm so emotionally involved in it. Being a former artist, I really love hip hop. Being an emotional person, I can get overwhelmed. So just to protect my peace and keep the toxicity down, I'm probably not going to do a lot of commentary that I'm not asked to do when it comes to hip hop. Did it just do the little bouncy thing? Marvel Voices #1 for Free Comic Book Day. Spider-Man Venom for Free Comic Book Day #1. Another Marvel Voices #1 for Free Comic Book Day. Blood Hunt #1 for Free Comic Book Day, plus Uncanny X-Men. That was a weird one. Oh, I'm really happy about this one. Gatchaman #0 for Free Comic Book Day. Star Wars #1 for Free Comic Book Day. And Spider-Man Ultimate Universe Free Comic Book Day. It's interesting. This doesn't look like anything like what I've seen. That Green Goblin looks really Goblin-like. The last Green Goblin I saw, I need to catch up too. I'm kind of behind a couple issues. That's what I got for Free Comic Book Day. Thanks to my wife, Ari, for going out and grabbing these for me while I was at work. Get in the bag. Let's set these over here. And let's dive into what books I've actually been sitting on that I went shopping for. So, I wanted to point this out. I was going through some books that I had just to kind of see if I had any, and I did. I didn't know this. So actually my first Mark Jeweler was a book that Ari got me for Christmas. It's Amazing Spider-Man 303. And if you flip to the center, you'll see that I have a beautiful purple Mark Jeweler variant. Very nice. And that was cool. I thought that was cool that I got it from my wife. Pretty sure this is a Todd McFarlane art. She got me several Todd McFarlane ASMs, so I was really excited about that. And like I said last video, I was able to actually look at the top and identify this. For the people that were saying that you can't, I haven't run across an instance where I can't yet. Shopping-wise, I picked up Rise of the Powers of X #4, X-Men Forever #1, which I started reading, X-Men Forever #2. This is all part of that Fall of the House of X run. Ultimate Spider-Man 4, which I have not read yet. Fall of the House of X #4. This is Ari, my wife's. This is Ari's. This is my wife's. And then I got X-Men #47, and then X-Men 48. I told myself I was going to stop buying books for my X-Men run. My wife practically twisted my arm. I think she knew that I was down one day and decided to take me to the comic book shop to try to cheer me up. It worked. I'm getting kind of tired, so we're just going to jump through this. I'm going to try something new. When it comes to opening boxes, we're going to try an overhead shot. See how that goes. So let's go over there.